Welcome everybody to another episode of the Good Game Pods. I'm your host Sam Rainima. Joining me again today is Jerome and Jonah. We'll be talking all things rugby league, including what we think about the rule changes so far, the Bronson Xerri drama down there at Belmore, Mitch Barnett signing with the Broncos on a 2-year deal, potentially 3, and the 10-team final system that the NRL are looking to introduce, as well as the round 2 review. So let's kick this thing off. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, good, mate. Good to be back.
A lot has happened since the boys were on here last. It's been a couple of weeks, and some of their opinions and their hot takes in the last episode has kind of, it's a lot of people engaging. I'll just put it that, some people have circled back after Jerome's hot take on the Melbourne Storm, that they won't make the top 8 and they're sitting comfortably at first top of the ladder. But you want an opportunity to kind of retract.
I mean, obviously, I don't have a problem with conceding if I'm wrong, but we're only round 2 in. It's only been 2 rounds, and the quality of opposition that they've played so far hasn't been the greatest. So I think I'll still wait and see how we go from there. So
yeah. No. In all fairness, you did give a reason why. That there was a you were factoring in a lot of injuries and stuff like that. I don't think we expected far long or to just play lights out. But thanks for jumping on the pods again. And been, like I was mentioning before, we started recording, been getting a lot of getting a good response so far. People are enjoying the content despite how outlandish some of our opinions are, but just want to take this time to thank you all for the support so far, and looking forward to what lies ahead, and we have some faith episodes lined up or pending, and we're hoping that to release them soon. What do you think of the footy just in general so far? Glad that it's back.
Yeah, happy it's back, of course. My weekends are sorted from Thursday to Sunday, so I'm cheering. But it's good. Some good results. Good games.
Because the last time you guys were on, that was before round 1, right? So,
yeah.
Okay.
Vegas? Oh no, a week before, I think.
Yeah, it was a week before.
before.
Yeah, it's been good so far. The game's been a lot faster.
Yeah, heaps of 6 agains, eh? Too many, I think. But what can you do when they just want to lay down all over you?
Well, I didn't actually put it into the agenda. But why don't we start there? What do you think so far with, the rules, or the game, the product in general so far? How do you feel like? Is it made it more enjoyable to watch, or?
Yeah, I think it's the same. Like the start of every year, there's a lot of penalties, and they try to just crack down on certain things. But then as the year goes on, they sort of flush all of that out, especially coming to finals or like a week from Origin. Like all of a sudden, rules just change. It's not surprising. But
just before Magic Round, I think.
Exactly.
They'll try to get it out before Magic Round.
Yeah. So
for me, man, it reminds me of Super League. Eh? Like a lot of just attack. I think they're selling the attacking aspect of the game, where like defense is now getting like a backseat. Like there's not much emphasis on defense.
I feel like the Super League style is like, before the wrestle, pre-wrestle.
Yeah.
And would you think that that's what they're trying to aim for by the new rule? They're trying to limit the wrestle and make it faster.
I think so. I think, like for me, I don't like it at all. Like these six agains, like over a period of time, that's how injuries occur. You know what I mean? So like for me, I mean it's good for for some people that like watching tries after tries after tries, but when you've played the game, you like the defense aspect as well. Like you want to see a tough game, a gritty game, arm wrestle. But when you have like this back and forth, like going, it's like
try for try.
It's like, man.
Yeah, no, I think because it's kind of interesting. Like when they were considering changing the kickoff rule, you know, where the team that concedes a try chooses, it was to kind of to give them an opportunity to come back. It almost was like they brought in that rule to stop teams from steamrolling you, but then the rule kind of encourages tries. You know what I mean? Like it's just they don't want the blowouts, but then they're kind of encouraging the blowouts. You know?
But in saying that too, like you see the best teams that are on top right now, they've utilized the rules and adapted to the rules a lot better than all the other teams. Like we saw the round one, the first game, with Parramatta and the Storm. Man, they quick play the balls. Harry Grant, like he kills it. 6 again.
Yeah.
At the end of that game, Parramatta made 124, 20 plus tackles more than Melbourne.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, in terms of like the play of the game, I think I don't like that kind of game.
I think they just find their front a lot better. Like some teams, because they don't play the ball quicker, but it's just there's not as many markers. Like there's markers nowhere to be seen. Like when Harry Grant's around, and then if they're offside, he just runs into them. Like fair play, but yeah, I think they don't wrestle as hard, but they just find their front a lot more, like Cam Murray used to do. Get quick play the balls and they just use that. So yeah, I think they're doing well. Obviously doing well, sitting at the top, but
you're gonna. Man, I remember watching. I think it was round one, Sea Eagles and Raiders, and the Raiders didn't touch the ball for like the first 14 minutes or something. 13 minutes.
Yeah, I think they went like legit just over 10 minutes before they got a set.
So I'm not sure about that because like, you know, if you're under the pump so early in the game, obviously you're going to get gassed towards the end. Like, does that mean the game's already done and dusted? You can have an idea of who's gonna win just by the amount of defense they do in the opening 20 minutes.
I feel like when it is like that, you just know like like momentum will shift. You don't know how long for, but you know the ref always seems to favour the other side. Like they're not just going to keep penalising the same side.
Yeah.
And then you just see 6 agains on 0 tackle like 3 times in a row. And then when you look back at the game and like at the stats, you think, oh, it was close. But really, like when they got those penalties or those 6 agains, was just at the most pointless times. Like I think if you're getting a 6 again on 0, it should just be a penalty. Like, or you should be able to choose. Like because every team just does it. They just lay there and it's like, bro, you can see this guy's just laying there for the fun of it.
Just waiting for the defence line to get set.
Yeah, it's like giving away another tackle on 0. What is that?
Like even lying in the rock now is. If you're in the way, that's a 6 again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Before they used to when like a couple of years ago they'd pass it straight into the guy who's on the ground.
Yeah.
Now they don't. They won't allow that. But if you just run into them, they'll give you a 6 again.
I'll tell you one rule that I find annoying and frustrating is the one where if they put up a kick and and you have to have 2 hands up.
2 hands.
Like that just doesn't make sense to me.
The one, that game against Penrith. The one against Penrith where Jenkins, Ramian was just standing there and Jenkins' elbow went into Ramian's chest, and it was a penalty. Like I couldn't believe they didn't challenge it. Firstly, but just to even call that like a penalty it's just so annoying to watch. Like,
I see like teams like that, Penrith, they use the rules. Like they flirt with you know how far they can get. Like even in the first game against the Broncos, all they did with Reece Walsh was they kicked it up just so that they can cut away his time and then put him under pressure. Also, like with the guys running in, you're not even allowed to block them now. So they're trying to like push the envelope with, okay, we might get a penalty because they're going to try and block us now. So they like those teams, they're smart in what they do with the game plan. So
and you know what, a lot of those teams I remember having a chat with Lani about it. They have referees on their kind of
Yeah,
coaching
didn't that
staff.
what Gavin Badger work with South?
Yeah.
So a lot of them have it. Yeah. And wristwash isn't always necessarily the safest under the high bomb already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just never understood. I don't know. I don't get the whole. You have to go up with two hands. Like, why can't you tap it back? You know, where do you draw the line between a disruptor and someone that just mistimed?
Yeah. For me, it's so obvious. Like, I always think I'd be the best ref in the bunker. Like, it's just all you got to do is rewatch it.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
like you just rewatch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't even need to watch it in slow mo. Like, no one can see it in slow mo anyways. So just don't have it.
Yeah.
No one's literally can't see it with the naked eye.
Andrew Johns has always been a real big kind of critic of that. You know, the game's not played in slow motion. So don't watch it in slow motion. So. Yeah, that's probably one of the rules that has probably frustrated me the most, because I'm like, I feel like some of the rules that have been introduced by a panel that has no feel for the game.
Yeah.
You know, they've never played or something. Like, to say that you have to jump up with two hands is like, oh, then they've obviously never competed for high ball. It's just interesting to see. A lot of people aren't. I think it's more like the 6 against. They're not sure. It's more the fact that they're not sure what the penalties are given for.
Most times I can see what it's for, but on the weekend, some of them, like, even I didn't know. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Well, I think that's why teams do it, just to push the envelope, force the referees to make a call.
Yeah. Melbourne always would do that.
Yeah, and this,
and there's probably a lot of times where players should get there's so many, man. Pat Carrigan.
Yeah,
he is where he holds the ball. He always holds the ball, and like I'm like, if you're gonna give one, and he does it in Origin.
Yeah,
he does it.
No, you know what else the other one is? Like, as soon as people get up to play the ball, if you watch people at marker, they'll always push their knee in. Like, always. If you watch that, besides Pat Garron holding the ball, it's that's the next.
I've noticed a lot of people play the ball too, and like they take 2 steps forward, like they, as if they're going off balance, but it's like happening too often. It's like, is this a tactical thing to kind of push the marker back a bit?
Yeah, but the ref doesn't then go take 2 steps back. You know what I mean?
No.
So it only limits your time with the ball. So I don't think it's that big of an advantage.
Yeah. So it's been, we'll see how the game develops. It's kind of the way the NRL is. It always starts a certain way at the beginning of the season. Then once everyone complains and this and that, we tend to change rules on the fly, or at least the interpretation of the rules, and usually we tweak it just before Magic round, and then the rule book gets thrown out the window during Origin, and then it comes back just in time for the finals. So it's kind of a cycle with the NRL. But so far, it's it is what it is. We're always tinkering with the game. I don't understand why we're gonna make it so like super fast. Like, and treating the NRL players like they're machines and robots. I don't. But that's the way the game is going, but hopefully, if there is pushback and the feedback it's not making it a better product, that the NRL are willing to bite the bullet and go back.
You reckon they would ever just say, "Oh, we're gonna switch down from 13 to like 11 players or 10 players"? If they really wanted to make it faster. I
don't think they'll reduce the plays. They'll reduce the interchange. Like I think it's 8 at the moment. Yeah, 8. They might reduce it to 6, if anything. I don't think they'll take plays off. The game's too fast as it is right now.
Way too fast.
No way. But yeah, we'll watch this space. Well, breaking news this week: Bronson Xerri is kind of all reports, so he's not really happy at the Bulldogs at the moment. I don't think he's officially asked for a release, but word is he's not happy with being put to right centre in the first place. Also, he's been dropped to New South Wales Cup this week, and think he's also being notified that he won't be re-signed beyond 2027. So, he's obviously not happy there. Wants to look for another club, and there are other clubs that could use a centre, like Xerri. He's a
Warriors.
he's a left centre. Who they got there? Lau Tiri? Lau Tower. Sorry.
Pompey. They got
Just because I was talking about Ali Lau Tiri. So what do you think about the news so far?
Yeah, I don't got much thought on it, but for his perspective, I can see why. They were it's good to adopt a team first mentality, but then what happens when who's gonna butter his bread? You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot on his paycheck. And the right side doesn't do too much. Like they got ball last year because Critter was there. Half the tries they scored just from him flick passing it. Which only certain players can do. So I think I can understand where he's coming from. I personally like that there's just drama at Balmore because I don't like him one bit, anyways. But I think
Clip
for
that
him,
hot take. Doggies are trash.
Clip and show his doggies jersey.
Watch all the doggies. All the Habibis are gonna come after you, brother.
look at them. They all jumped off him as soon as that happened last year. But I think I can see where he's coming from, but I think that's just footy at the end of the day. It's the coach's call, and you can whinge about it all you want, but it's not going to change it. So it's just comes as professionalism, I guess. Hopefully, I'm sure someone will pick him up anyways. He's better than half the centers that's in the NRL. I can see why he's mad, but they'll probably shift him on for sure.
What did you think when you heard it?
I don't know. I think if it's over a positional change, come on, bro. You have one of probably the best centre in the game right now.
Yep.
And the coach wants him on the left side to load it up with the attack. I would just go gladly move to the right side, but I think he does have a valid point to be angry, but at the end of the day,
and your actions
are going to be louder than what you say.
There's reports out there saying that he's got attitude issues. I'm not too sure. I can't speak to that, but I remember I was watching a clip recently. Remember Elijah Taylor, who played for West Tigers and Penrith? Did he play?
Footy Hacks?
Footy Hacks. And his clip, he was saying that if you get dropped to New South Wales Cup, he was encouraging the players work as hard as you can to get back into the top grade side, because he was saying that every minute you spend in New South Wales Cup, your value goes down. So and I was thinking about that, and in the context of that, I was just kind of reflecting that maybe he sees himself as a first grader, and like you said, he's better than half the centers out there. He's already spent 4 years on the sideline when he got banned for illegal substances, PEDs, and then so he's 25, and if he was to stay at the Bulldogs, there's every chance, because he was being told that he's not going to be re-signed in 22, he could be in New South Wales Cup next year, the whole rest of this year and next year. So by the time he does go to negotiate, he'll be 27, and then obviously his value is going to... So I can see from that point of view, if he backs himself, and especially at a time where there are some clubs looking for a centre. I can see, from all reports, Inari Tuala? Is it Tuala?
Inari Tuala,
yeah. He's trained the house down. He's playing well. New South Wales Cup, he's killing it. And so obviously he got the go ahead to play right centre this week, but because I spoke to a player manager once about, he says that he's not a fan of. It's not that he's not a fan. He respects Gould, but he's just the way he runs the clubs. He likes to stack his teams, even in the lower grades. And so he'll stack his New South Wales Cup with players that will make a first grade team somewhere else. 2 reasons. 1, depth. 2, just so they're not playing for the opposition. you know. And he's just got a way of warming players, and that's just what I've heard from this player manager.
Right.
Who said this? There's a lot of players that can crack a top 30 in another club, but he holds on to it. And I get it. He's thinking about his club. He's thinking about the organisation and the depth. But again, I think Bronson Xerri is good enough to play at another club. Like, it's going to be interesting because he's really good friends with Jacob Carraz and Bailey Hayward. Them three are always together, you know, at training and stuff. So it's going to see how it affects them and the dynamics there, because we saw how bringing Lachlan Galvin affected the team last year, and Reid Marnie getting moved on, and how it affected the dynamics of the team. And it's just like they're doing it again. Almost seems like they're deja vu.
Yeah, but that was different, I think. They're literally at the top, and then they're trying to change it. Like, that's a bit different, I think. But yeah,
I mean, if he's close with Preston, did you say Preston?
No, Jacob Carraz and Bailey.
Oh, right.
Them three are always together, training, having coffee. So, we'll see how
having coffees.
Joe Bell's there. But so it's going to be interesting to see if he was to move on. I think there's reports of Manly, which is interesting because they've got.
Yeah. They're getting rid of Garrick. Garrick next year. He's off to the Roosters.
Tigers and
the Bears or something.
No, Para
Storm
and Storm were in the conversation.
Storm. Didn't Storm need players? Oh.
So but the Storm are looking for a goal kicker as well. So he doesn't kick goals. What do you think? What
they got
club's
Nick Meaney, but
he's leaving.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he's
going Bears, eh?
He's going Bears.
That's right.
Meaney's going. By all reports, it seems like
Warbrick is
Warriors?
potentially 2 years at the Wars. Yeah. So they're losing a few players, and they missed out on Lomax, so they got money to spend on a centre. But I think ideally they would like a goal. I heard Jermaine Asaka's name come up. They want a goal kicker.
Yeah, he's off contract.
Yeah, so you never know, he could end up at the Storm. So what clubs do you think could use him? The Tigers one was always interesting because Taylor May's over there.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think the Tigers will go for him. They got good young talent that's coming through. I think they're one of the teams. They might be in it, but I don't think they need
I don't know.
him.
I even know how they can afford him.
I think obviously Para could definitely do with him.
Because Sean Russell's leaving.
Yeah,
he's going to Perth Bears, so there's a left centre position there.
So I think Para would probably use him the most, or obviously Storm. But if you go to Storm, you'll probably take unders, knowing that you're going to finish top 3 every year.
Yeah,
but I think maybe Para. You might end up at Para.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know. Again, you thought that they had the Bulldogs had put this stuff behind them, but it's just another drama to deal with.
I think they got another agenda, bro.
What?
Just to free up the cap. Just to get someone else.
The only thing I can think of is if they release Xerri, they will put Burden at centre. Put him at centre. Bring Sullivan in.
Yeah.
Sean Sullivan, and then I think they earmarked Mitch Woods to be the next halfback. Next cab off the rank.
That's what I think it is.
But if they were to keep Berto, then he will have to take a pay cut because you can't pay that much money for a centre.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it today. I was thinking if he did took a pay cut and they had him at centre, then you don't have to carry a half on the 6-man bench. Do you know what I mean? Because if there was an injury in the halves, you can put him in the halves and you can just carry a centre on the 6-man bench. You don't have to waste a spot on a half. Because you can cover the half, you can probably cover fullback,
But then say they don't carry that, what are they going to carry, an extra prop?
Maybe.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. If you have someone that is reliable in the halves, you would maybe a prop. They
don't have a backup hooker either, eh? Or was it just Salmon? You fill in.
Who do they have as a backup hooker? I don't know who's coming through the lower grades. No, I don't know. Like who's in the side now that can. Make
Yeah,
the
I know
switch to
Bailey
hooker?
Haywood is their hooker now, but like I don't see anyone else coming through.
Coming through. They might have a young gun coming up in the ranks, but that's kind of interesting to see. Where I feel like he'll be at another club before the end of the year for sure. There's clubs definitely that will take him, and he's not going to see if Tuala has a massive game this week, next couple of weeks. Bye bye.
Jake Turpin.
Jake Turpin. Okay, he's still at the Dogs.
Still at the Dogs, yeah.
Still playing.
Depth option right there.
Ah,
Depth
see,
option
that's why
right
you're
there.
there.
That's it.
That's why you're there.
That laptop's good, huh?
last week I was trying to. I was on when Jared was here. We were talking, and I was talking about
Peter Wallace,
and I was like, if only you were here, man, I would have. And it came to me like half an hour after. All right, man. So that's interesting development there with Belmore. Kind of interesting. It's only after round 1 they're kind of making a call like that. But yep. Obviously, there's news out about Mitch Barnett signing with the Broncos. I think it's on a 2-year deal with an option for third year. What do you think about that signing? Is it a good addition? Obviously, they're losing Payne Huss next year.
Yeah, I think good for the Broncos. Great player. But my things is more for the Warriors. Like they've let go of like 4 people the last couple of years. They let go of Walsh, Fanua Blake, Dylan Walker, now him. I'm happy for him to go. I think he's done a good job there. Like he is great there. Look at the Warriors now, like they're killing it.
Yeah.
So he's still got a big effect there. But I think as long as they get compensated well, like because who do we get for Walsh? No one. Great, you know what I mean? And then like Fanua Blake left. Yeah, we got Fisher Harris, but
I think that
wasn't really a player swap. This one they want a player swap, but who are they going to get?
Yeah, no. Jackson Ford has kind of stepped up.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll touch on that as we cover the Warriors game, but yeah, Mitch Barnett. I think he's from some reports that I'm hearing, he's could get up to 1.1 mil, 1.2 mil, like anywhere between 900.
I think it would be like 800. Yeah, 800.
If he's worth that, 800 to.
I mean,
1.1
great signing, but for that amount of money, I'm not sure because he's a lot older. Eh?
He's 32, I think.
Yeah, and he's just come off a massive injury. So, I mean, I wouldn't be paying.
Well, I think it's a matter of more of supply and demand. There's not many props on the market, so you have to.
Yeah, I think it's just not many props like that got all that kind of experience. He done it with the Wires, so they'll probably just try to hope that he has the same effect with their young forwards and can sort of like amp them up to be a bit better, maybe lift the standards.
It's interesting to see, kind of like, because Kolomatangi signed with the Dragons, South were able to sign Payne Haas, but if Kolomatangi was still on the table, would Broncos have gone for him? I reckon Broncos would have went for him before they went for Mitch Barnett. But that situation couldn't have happened because Haas wouldn't have left until Kolomatangi had left. So at that time, Broncos went.
Yeah, and they wouldn't be thinking, all right, let's just swap Payne Haas for Keon.
I don't know, man. I'll take Mitch Barnett over Keon.
Over Keon?
Yeah, man.
Ooh, I don't know, because Keon's younger. That's all I'm thinking. Like,
but I think because they got heaps of young forwards already, they need like a leader. So I think Mitch Barnett would be better for the team, like a team first mentality. I think Keon's way better, way more impact, like as an individual. But for a team, I think Barnett is probably a bit better than that for that role. Yeah,
and I've got to. It's amazing to see how far Barnett's come in terms of being seen as a leader, right? I think
put it down to Webby.
To Webby?
Yeah, I think so. Great coaching. Obviously, he's the one doing all the work, so you definitely give him credit. Yeah. But I think good coaching, good players around you. It's easy when you got like other players like Fisher Harris, and some good young forwards. So.
Well, he gained a lot of respect after Madge picked him for Origin.
Yeah.
He went from like solid player, good player, but then when people see the heart in Origin, to the point where he was out last year and people are already kind of saying, "Oh, we missed Barnett." That says a lot about how good you're playing, But Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how you can never replace a Payne Haas, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
But,
no way. Best forward ever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's subjective, mate.
Not even.
Nah, he is. I think we were saying it before. If he wins a comp with South, I think that will solidify his
Best forward ever?
front rower.
Yeah, front rower, not
Front
best
rower.
forward.
Nah, best
Best
forward. Best forward.
Come on,
Easy.
Oh,
Easy.
No way. Who?
I don't know. Best forward for me,
Who's better?
Sam Burgess
I have Sam Burgess over him and Sonny Bill.
and Sonny Bill.
Like in terms of
Alright,
impact.
Sonny Bill just impacted it like crazy, but
But he's definitely the best front rower ever, for sure. Yeah. So Mitch Barnett off to the Broncos. It's a good signing for them. You can never fill the hole that Payne Haas is gonna leave, but it helps.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps having an older head. It's probably one thing that he can bring to the table. His age and his leadership and just that resilience.
I wonder if they'll play him on the edges. I think he's a good edge
He
player.
can. Yeah, he can. I think
He's
can
played
play.
there before.
Yeah.
Who they got now?
I'd actually put him in a lock before on the edge. I put him as a lock. No.
I
If
think
you
they
were to
shift-
play him,
yeah.
if you were like, I prefer him in the middle, like that tough.
Yeah.
Like he's like Carrigan,
Yeah.
that style.
I think if he plays on the edge, they'll get a lot out of him, eh?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
him there, anyways.
But Mitch Barnett off to the Broncos. We'll see how they go. We're going to touch on the Broncos soon, considering their 0-2 start to this year. But I think it came out today or yesterday. Potential the NRL are considering a potential 10-team finals system. Obviously, as the competition expands, and it's obviously a goal to get to 20 teams eventually. So they are looking into having having 10-team finals. What are your thoughts on that, boys?
Yeah, I think like it's got to happen. Like same as the American sports, they all do it like that. And
I'm assuming they're going to do it similar to the NBA, where you have 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th play off.
yeah,
For
like a wild card round.
the wild card
The only
round.
thing I don't like about that is that you reward like the average teams. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you're that low, anyways, like really they should just be doing.
Well,
rock,
usually
paper, scissors.
7th and 8th have got losing records
Yeah,
already. So
exactly.
imagine 9th and
Yeah.
10th.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a bit down on that side of it, because it's like, bro, these guys, they don't deserve it anyways. Like, imagine if you just Storms and you want to play half the games and you can just finish 9th
yeah.
and then just bring them all back for the finals.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like that idea of it. But I think it'll have to happen for the game to grow. It's got to
Yeah.
happen.
I don't like it, eh? Like, I think top 8, that's it. Leave it as it is.
Even with a 20-team competition.
Even with the 20 teams.
Because most teams aren't even competitive. Look like the Titans.
Are they going to add another, like, an extra week or extra 2 weeks
Yeah, I think they'll
to the season? That makes it even longer.
Mm.
So, and I know, like, I've heard, like, rumblings with players, they're, like, not wanting to play a long season already.
Yeah.
So, either they cut back on a few games just so they can add this, or just leave it as it is to me.
Or do they got to drop an Origin game?
Drop an
Nah.
Origin game?
No, I'm not saying they will, but what are they going to
way.
do?
Who's
What are
this
they going
guy?
to do? What just stretch it out for another 3 weeks? The game really
Yeah.
goes long enough.
They just, I guess, looking at the way the TV deals are negotiated, it's
Yeah,
all
that's another
about
big
how
one.
many games
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
you provide, right? Even with the 20 team competition, that's just that's an extra 2 games.
I was saying maybe I wondered like maybe a couple of years down the track if they'll ever like renegotiate that and try drop it like the NFL. They don't play they play like 16, 17
Yeah.
weeks and they still get like 2 buys.
I think they might.
Would they ever drop the games?
Oh,
you
they
know
still
what I mean?
have buys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they still get buys.
They might. I wonder if they'll reduce the rounds, but then get rid of the buys.
Yeah,
You reckon?
see that's another.
But that's what I
option.
was saying, like, play everyone once. Origin week, no one plays. Like those 3 games.
Yeah.
just so that those fill in for those rounds that are not played.
Yeah, okay.
That they've taken away. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility, but
Well, obviously the
Again.
top
But then
10.
they still lose, what, 6 games?
no, not if you have the 20.
Yeah,
The
but if you have
20
the
teams,
20...
the extra 2
you
games.
say extra 2 games a week.
Alright, so then how many will they lose?
Well, if you use the Origin, you got 20. You're playing 19, 22.
Because what time will they play those games? Like, really?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
What, 11:30 in the morning? That's kids' league. That's park footy.
No park footy here. Nah.
Cold hands, what?
But no, it's gonna obviously with the extra finals, and if you're gonna have 2 extra games of finals, that's just helps with the negotiations, But then again, like I kind of feel like the players are being treated like robots and machines, and just be like, here, let's make it faster. Here, let's play more games. You know what I mean? So, look, I understand. It's the product, and the reason why the players are on such big contracts is because of those TV rights.
Right.
So it's like a can't have your cake and eat it too.
6 years.
Can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? So, so it's going to be interesting to see that. That only came out like last couple of days. Well, I think today actually. So, yeah. All right, boys. Go into just quickly go over our round 2 review. First game last Thursday was the Broncos versus the Eels. Eels won 40-32 up there at Suncorp. I think the Broncos were ahead 20-6. We were watching it, eh?
Yeah, I remember watching it.
20-6, and Eels came back. I think they scored like 30 points, unanswered points. What's going on with the Bronx? A grand final hangover, you think? Or?
I think prior to last year, like if you go back to half the season, they were losing games like that anyways. I think they just went on a crazy run. I can't remember how many games they won in a row. It was like something silly, like 14 or something like that. But I think they've always been like that. And I always say they don't like, watching it, they don't like the grind. Like, they don't want to get into that. They just want to score tries from their own half and like it be cool. And they got the players to do that. But I think sometimes it can bite them. You can just like wear them out when teams want to play that style of footy and they don't want to like sort of buy into that what they're doing. When it works, it works. But when it doesn't, then obviously they throw games like that. But I think I don't know. Maybe they just get worked too hard at the start by Madge. Maybe I don't know.
It won them a competition last year. They were talking about spew buckets and all that sort of stuff, but they took out the premiership, which is what you play for. Is why you train so hard. But
no,
I think
that like they need to get into the arm wrestle.
Yeah.
You look at the last 5 games last year when they went on their run, they completed 80%. And for me, like you look at Reece Walsh's game, he's quite erratic.
Yeah.
When the team is doing the fundamentals, they're completing the sets, right? Getting to their kick. That's when, he's got to let the game come to him. Like I think he's imposing himself in the game too much. Walsh.
Yeah, there was a man that I think it was last week when he kicked it to the back of Xavier Wilson.
I don't blame Xavier one bit. We can let bloke go. He's already standing there. You're literally running around the right.
Exactly.
I think I don't know if you watched NRL 360. There's that Dean Bulldog Richie, and he made a comment. He made a interesting comment. He's like, the Broncos won the comp last year. They played the best they had the best run in the final series, but they weren't necessarily the best team in the regular season.
No,
and you can make arguments with that. Of course, you can make. I always think about the sliding door moments. The sliding door moment when Zach Hoskin went to charge down the 2-point field goal attempt by Reece Walsh at the 79th minute on the halfway line, kicking at an awkward angle, and he clipped his legs. It was a penalty from in front. They drew it. They kicked their conversion, and then they go on to winning golden point. If he hadn't have done that, Broncos wouldn't have won the comp.
No,
But
it goes to show, if they play simple footy, let the game come to him, bro, that guy will flourish. Like I think when I looked at the stats, they completed 80% majority of those last 5 games.
Yeah.
Like he let the game come to him.
They did. They completed 80%.
What are they completing in the last 2 rounds?
The last 2 rounds of the season?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So
That's
I think
that man.
yeah. So if he lets the game come to him, then like take it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's imposing himself into the game, like he's just doing all of these
Well,
things.
you remember I had this conversation with you because I like Hammer.
Hammer, yeah.
Because Hammer doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Hammer just is slick. But in saying that, Walsh did win a grand final and
Yeah.
Clive Churchill medal. All right, I get that. But he has those, those mistakes in him. Whereas I like Hammer. I like Hammer because he's smooth and he can play wing, center, and fullback. And he could probably even have a
He
crack
pretty
at
much
5'8".
he pretty much did the same thing against the Titans, like for 60 minutes,
Yeah,
non-existent.
yeah. And
The last 20 we just took over.
Yeah,
Last 2 rounds for the Broncos, 61% completion rate.
yeah. See, it's
See, once they do 80%,
Yeah.
fundamentals.
you're not
How do
gonna
you even
you're not gonna
expect to
win.
win games?
You're
like
not gonna
that?
win any game.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
exactly.
win any game. You have to be 80 and above. Yeah, 80 and above. But yeah, Pezzett, best game. You know what? These first 2 rounds has been interesting. Round 1, he played his old team.
Yeah.
Round 2, he plays the team he's going to next year.
Yeah, the NRL
what's
script
that?
writers are at it again. They're
That's
doing
so
good.
crazy.
They started off good, eh?
Yeah.
So it's a conspiracy.
No, I'm just saying it's a unique situation. It's a unique situation because this doesn't happen very often where it's just you have loan players, when Harry Grant went to the Tigers, but not a player that signs just for 1 year as before they go to the next club. I'm sure if the Eels could have they had a fair crack at it, they would have loved to keep him. I think it would be not only a great combination permanently with Moses, but also the future once Moses is gone. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's 32 as well, I think. So, great game from Pezzett.
Yeah, I
Promising
think
signs.
he started good early. He got a few early touches, and then it started to work. I think he set that first try up for them, and then he just sort of kept getting his hands on the ball, and it was just working. Sort of like Trindle in round 1, it was just everything was working, turning to gold for him, and then I think he just dominated the ball. Moses still done the kicking, obviously, with his big boot, but he had a lot more.
He's got a
touches.
decent sized boot on him as well.
Yeah,
Actually, Pezzett.
but I think you can't compare it to Moses. It's like,
No.
just relax on the side.
Yeah.
But he done good. He touched the ball a lot, and could won them the game almost.
Yeah.
So,
Just played a
good.
simple game,
Yeah.
mate. Just did his
Nothing
job.
crazy.
Nothing, exciting. Nothing too flashy.
Yeah.
Just did what he was supposed to do. And I think after the week before, against the Storm, it's easy just to chuck a sook, knowing that they're gonna hammer your side of the field. But credit to him that he's willing to.
Well, there was a few heads on the chopping block after last Thursday. Shibasaki's been dropped to the bench, and he's named at number 17. But now with the 6-man bench, there's no guarantee, even at number 17, that you're going to get a run. I was surprised. Dean Mariner, I think he's starting at centre, but then Grant Anderson is at wing. I thought it would have been the other way around. Actually,
I don't know. Maybe they might do a late swap. His teams do it, especially Penrith. But they might swap him late. But I think Shiba didn't deserve to get dropped there. I don't know what he's done wrong, but I feel like they haven't got that much ball on that side too either. But
I think
must be something.
that's one thing about a young side is once you've got that kind of monkey off your shoulder of winning a premiership, it's kind of hard to get up consistently. I think when Penrith done it, they still had they weren't all super young. But some of these.
Well, they peppered that side quite a bit.
Yeah.
Parramatta, they exposed the Jack Kiewicki.
Grzelski.
Okay,
And I think they exposed him at the same time, defense and effort.
Yeah.
I think there's even the first game against Penrith.
Yeah.
Jack Kiewicki, he got
I should know this. He's a South Junior.
Grzelski.
Gazowski, yeah.
Gzowski.
He owns a chicken shop
Gzowski.
anyway.
Yeah. Bro, they got called out heaps of times in that game against Penrith.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised that he got named again.
yeah.
Like,
Well, actually surprised because I'm pretty sure he got concussed in that first game.
Yeah.
He ain't got concussed again.
so
But yeah, we'll see. You know, it's kind of 0-2 start for defending premiers. It's kind of next game on Friday night, last Friday, Warriors and Raiders. Warriors 40 defeated the Raiders 6. Are you gonna say it?
Yeah,
This is the year.
it's our year.
So
Yeah.
sweet, you said you
Yeah.
play for the Roosters.
hey, straight up. Wow. Warriors top 4. In this form, I think Warriors can finish top 4.
If they can maintain it, yeah,
can
definitely
maintain
it.
top
I think-
4.
Do you think Metcalf coming back in will change anything?
Yeah, I do, but I think it's what they do like over the next couple of rounds. I think if Tanner stays the way he's going, I think I would play Tanner. I would probably play Tanner at 7 and shift Metcalf to 6, but I don't know. Like, obviously it's still up to Webber.
there's a lot
If he keeps winning like this, like why change it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was. I get Metcalf was the Dalian leader before he got injured last year, but you don't know how long it'll take for him to come right after that injury. You know what I mean?
And
He's
he
still a
actually
great
plays
player.
more. I think he plays more of a, like a.
Yeah,
five-out.
he likes to run a lot more.
yeah.
Like Tanner Boyd, a bit more direct and a bit more like procedure like. But I like him. I think he's going
Greg
well.
Wilmot.
Yeah,
I would say Tanner Boyd. Yeah, so
yeah, I like him.
Stuff like that, but like I don't know, man. Because sometimes it can be a disruption.
what's that?
Like having someone else come in later in the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Get our Lockie Galvin.
yeah. So
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
that's from another club. This guy.
I think Metcalf is not back till after round
Round
6.
6, I think, round
so
6.
By then we should have a fair indication of how Tanner Boyd is. You know, I'm actually happy for him. I've always been like,
Yeah, I think he's a great player.
yeah, it's
I
good
think
to
so.
funny like to see him like play to his potential because again I said last week there was big raps on him coming through.
Yeah,
And it's just to see him finally be comfortable. He had, I think, the Titans were interested in bringing him back to the Gold Coast, and he knocked back that offer. Chose to stay with the Warriors, and I think he's paying dividends now.
yeah,
good to see him flourish without Fafita.
Yeah, without Fafita and running and Payne Haas running off him,
But now he's just got Halasima. So what's the difference?
but besides Tanner Boyd, like Warriors have been impressive. Two
240
games
points.
already.
Yeah,
Both in wet conditions. First round 1 completed 81%. Round 2 86% in that sort of in those conditions is very, very impressive.
And it's not like they'll play boring footy either. Like they sort of offloaded a lot more these years. Remember last year, 2 years ago, they would never offload it. Like it was so different. But now they've sort of got some of it back. Not the whole lot, but it's good.
It's controlled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue the Warriors might have is like playing here in Australia, like the traveling. I think at home they're like it's like a fortress for them.
Yeah.
But the biggest challenge for them would be playing over here, the nightlife here. You know, some of these young guys exposed to that nightlife on the weekends.
I think we've so they've
Speaking
got their
from
first game
experience?
over here. Yeah, they've got their they've got their first away game this week.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how they respond. But
Against the Knights, but underman Knights.
yes, well, they were undermanned last Sunday too. We'll
Yeah,
get to that.
That's
But
Manly.
we'll get to that. But yeah, the Warriors look good. Those players, you know, they've always had a really good. They've always done well in New South Wales Cup. They've done well in flag and ball and all that sort of stuff. And it's finally you can see the fruits of those pathways starting to come through the top grade, which is good. It's taken a few years, but yeah, they're finally there. Roosters and Rabbitohs. Next game. Roosters defeated the Rabbitohs 26-18. Don't worry about the score. Let's just talk about Alex Johnston beating the all-time try scoring record. What did you guys think of that first?
Yeah, I thought obviously they went on to lose the game, so that's first. But other than that, I thought I was thinking, they were behind. I thought if he had scored it maybe 15, 20 minutes into the second half that they run away with it, because you've seen like when they went into the change rooms, like they're all so happy, like, and then you like the camera shows the Roosters and they're just sitting there like, oh, what do we do, like what just happened, you know. So yeah, it felt like the energy was down, and I thought South was sort of going to get up, but then Cody Walker just done our job for us, so it was won us the game.
I think that's why Wayne Bennett didn't want it to happen, because I personally think it killed the momentum.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It killed it killed the momentum for South because they scored. But the Roosters also had to deal with the disruption as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
I just think if it come later, like they will come out firing still. You know what I mean? Like you got that edge over them.
Bro, what's up with this visiting team thing on the scoreboard? Why they gotta be there?
I like it. A bit of banter.
It's banter, man.
A bit of banter. Same as the Warriors CEO. Banter again.
Even one of I think there was someone from the South's board or their media page. They had to just go with a brown paper bag instead of the rugby ball.
Yeah.
Like they're chucking a sook and then they're replying. So.
Yeah, I think it's good. Good for the game.
Good for the game.
It's good.
Nah,
good for the fans. It just makes it better when you win. That's for sure.
Wait till we play grand final against each other at a core. We'll put up on the screen visiting team. But no, it was a great night. It was an amazing experience. Never seen that before. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about players running on the field, this and that. I was kind of like indifferent about it. Yeah, they should. I can understand disrupting the game. It also mattered, I think, when if it was like in the dying.
Yeah.
Or what would have the circumstances been? Would it have been like going to the bunker? Would have been a try that would have been disallowed eventually. But it was a great try.
Yeah.
I'm glad that if he was going to break the record, that was like you couldn't ask for a better try.
All right, try.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, I mean, for to beat the record, it wasn't It wasn't just Latrell passing the ball to get it.
5 meters.
Instead of running 5 minutes, he just ran 50.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just a great experience. But yeah, the game, like you were saying. Cody Walker's temper, man.
Yeah,
I love the brother. I love his classy as a player, but 36 years old. He gave a penalty.
Definitely a target. It's definitely a target. They just do it to him constantly, and like he reacts. He's a great player, but just obviously if he can just lose that. And
he's the one that holds that side together in terms of
that left side is just humming when he's on.
So if you put him off, you've almost nullified like 60%, 70% of the attack because you've just put him off his game. But it can cost South eventually. Hopefully, I don't know. I can say you can get it out of your system, but
hopefully he just stays like that.
Hopefully he goes in.
I think that's a good way to get a penalty.
Tigers versus Cowboys. Tigers defeated the Cowboys 44-16. Great day at Leichhardt Oval. People still hammering Leichhardt Oval, but that place, I think history is important, and no one's complaining. Like it's only like these journos that are complaining about Leichhardt, but they looked impressive, Tigers.
Yeah, it looked good. It's easy when you're playing the Cowboys, who just don't value defence one bit, but they still done well. I'm happy they done well, because I like their YouTube series. Yeah, that's been pretty cool to watch. I've been watching that. So it's good. I was just hoping they would get a win, like seeing how hard they worked. So I was pretty good. Got to be pretty happy with that.
I think any team's going to look good if you're getting six again, and then someone getting sent off. I mean,
I don't know how I felt about that sin bin because he was running back and Uppy just ran straight into him. He was like backtracking.
Well, see, but that's the good, like these good players and good teams flirting with the rules. Yeah. They're pushing the envelope, making the referee buckle in a sense to like make a call. So I mean, but Tigers did look good. Jerome Luai he looked really good. Yeah.
What did you think of Adam Dway?
I like him, mate. I'm a fan of that guy. Good player. I think that try he scored was ultra soft, but
I think that try
that's not illustrated. Fault, you know what I mean?
Illustrated. It emphasized the Cowboys' mindset. Right. When you let in a try and in between two forwards,
I know.
Tomalolo being one of them, and like that just epitomizes the whole mindset of the whole weekend in that during that game. So Yeah, that was soft as. It's one of the softest tries you're ever going to see a halfback ever score.
But
In the middle
done
of the
well.
ruck.
Good kicker too, so he's a bit of an asset for the Tigers, I'd say. And he looks way better at 7. Tigers look better as a unit with him at 7 than him.
They look slick.
Yeah,
They look slick.
They look really good. Actually, like
I like some of the set
Adams.
plays off the scrum.
Scrum.
10 meters out, 20 meters out.
Mm.
They look like they used Macassini as a decoy a lot. Obviously, there would have been a lot of attention onto him.
Yeah.
Elijah Spewing because he captained him in Supercoach.
Yeah, I even
Silly.
said, "What
He
a
asked
brave!
me-
You're a brave man for putting him as captain, bro."
He asked me today, should I captain Sanders? Ethan Sanders. I was like, bro, don't do it to
So
yourself.
you know, you should captain this week. Purdue. You want a smoky for Supercoach? Purdue.
So yeah, the Tigers look good. They up tempo
Yeah,
football.
no, good.
A lot of energy. So
I think it makes it a bit easier too when you're the home team. You got like a packed out Leichhardt.
yeah.
Sort of just gives you that extra push. Like if you're
Referee on the
tired,
side as well.
Yeah.
If you like,
Referee on the side.
if you're tired, you
Just
just you don't die like that.
But they do look fit though. Yeah,
They look- yeah.
even if it was a grind, they
Yeah.
do look fit. But it's the first game of the year. We'll see how they go. When they have to grind it out with some of these top teams. But if they play like that, they'll be in the top 8 side.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of us had them in our top 8, but
I got them finishing 9th.
9th.
Yeah.
Oh, the dreaded 9th.
9th.
The
Again?
cursed 9th.
They finished 9 last year.
Man, they've finished 9th so
That's
many
their
times.
home. That's their home.
But if they play like that, honestly,
Yeah.
they're very mobile. They've got forwards with good late footwork. And so, yep. Dragons versus Storm. Storm, Jerome's favorite team over here. 46 defeated the Dragons 20. The Dragons were in it. They were in the lead. I think 20-18 at one stage
Yeah.
before Gutho.
Yeah, I think I was saying that.
That's the turning point right there.
As soon as Gutho wanted to milk that penalty and then they shipped them off to the sidelines, the game switched instantly. The very next set, I think Cook kicks it out on the full and then they barely get any good ball for the next 15 minutes till he comes back on. But the damage was done. Like, Sewer scored, 3 tries in, 8 minutes.
That was a crazy, last.
But, even in attack, they just obviously lost without Gutho. So, I think they should have just accepted the drop ball and kept them on. But I guess that's what happens when you try to play for the penalty.
Melbourne kind of speak for themselves. They've already proven, some of how these players are stepping up, and they just have amazing ability to identify talent, regardless of what Jerome thinks. No, sorry, bro. But like I said, Melbourne kind of speak for themselves. But what changes do you think the Dragons need to make?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I think obviously no one knows. Look how many coaches they've had. Look how many players they've gotten, and still never fixes it. I think they got a decent side, but I don't know what it is. They never seem to get the job done. So I think a bit too inconsistent as well. They go real good against the Storms every year, but then they'll come and play the normal teams and the not so great teams, and then it's like they just shrink to their level.
Yeah.
Just a bit of inconsistency.
I wonder. There's a lot of talk about Todd Payton and Anthony Seibold being on the chopping block, or they have 8 to 10 rounds to prove themselves. But I wonder, Shane Flanagan, how many games until they start?
I think he's safe. I think he's
for
safe.
now.
Yeah,
maybe I think 1 more year.
I think for a couple of years. I think he's a great coach. I think he gets.
I rate him. I like him as a coach too. Yeah, I think
his son puts him down more than than what he does.
He might have to make a call on that. I think
That's
eventually.
what I think he's doing his son.
If they minus his son,
disservice.
everyone loves him. As soon as he brings his son back into it, they got an issue with him. So.
Yeah,
But then who else do you bring in?
Well, they had Lachlan Elias, and they had
That Lycan, King
Jared Glover, and they released them. Yeah, they got King Tonga.
I always say Flanagan ain't always that bad, but there's just times where he's just horrible.
I think he's playing scared.
Yeah,
in a sense of media pressure, fan pressure.
I've seen times where Daniel Atkinson gets tackled on the last tackle, or he's not in a position to kick it.
Yeah,
and he looks flustered. Kyle Flanagan looks flustered if the ball comes to him, or Cook doesn't pass to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Well,
pass to
he
him? Like,
kicks
he's
it
the
out on the
5'8".
full like
He's
he
the
done on the
5'8".
weekend.
Like, you're supposed
He's the
to.
next option.
Yeah, he's the next option. But, like, they don't even have confidence in him. So, we'll have to see. I think this might be Flanagan's third year there.
Yeah, I think second full year, but third year.
Okay. So, well, I think he might just be given another year, see how they finish this year. Or they do have Kolomatangi coming next year. That might make a difference. So, he might have.
I think so, and I like their young forwards.
That will make a massive difference.
They got
the
good
three
young
white
forwards
guys.
coming
Yeah,
through.
we still got
Three Stooges.
Dylan Egan's still got to come back too.
Yeah.
We'll find out when Dylan Egan's coming back.
Even what's his name? The Tongan bloke.
Oh,
big one.
Pacific
yeah.
It's
Tonga.
hard for him to even get in the team.
I think before they were sort of, or he was just a bit unhappy, like the lack of game time. So I think he wants to move.
Yeah, clubs.
Yeah. I remember seeing it a couple of weeks back.
Around 8 to 10, he'll come back.
For Dylan Egan.
Yeah.
Okay, around 8 to 10. I rate him. He's a great player too. Panthers and Sharks. Sharks look like they were premiership favourites last week, but they lost to the Panthers 26-6. Shout out to Junior.
Nico Hines.
Yeah, that's Trindle. Shout out to Trindle.
I know Trindle disappointed me on Supercoach.
Yeah.
But Panthers, man, they're humming.
I think just with they got the last few years. Obviously, they've played more games than anyone, but this year they didn't make the final. They didn't play the club series.
World Club Challenge. Yeah.
But yeah, and they didn't have to do so much this year, and like everyone sort of wrote them off last year halfway through. So I think like a little bit less pressure and a lot more just time to relax a bit. I think it's done them well. Like they look a lot fresher. Cleary looks like the man again. Well, he's always been the man.
He's always been the man. Yeah.
But, I think it's done them a lot of good. And then Martin coming back this week.
Oh, he's back this week.
Yeah. So they're just humming.
They look
Cooking
like
with
just
gas.
running clinics, man.
What's that?
They just look like they're running the clinic.
Yeah.
Like they look like they could actually go the whole season undefeated.
Yeah. They do.
What I like, but is heaps of teams when they kick it long. I sort of like how heaps of Cleary's kicks. He brings it back like 5 or so meters, so that they can actually challenge for it. And it goes back to that blockers we were talking about earlier. But yeah, like they're always challenging the kicks, like, and they're always down there, like. Instead of just getting that extra 7 meters, they're going to run it back there anyways. But it's like you could get a bit shorter, and then your team can actually challenge it, and you can like make it a knock on, or you get a penalty out of it. But they do it a lot, and their kick chase is really good. So I think like an area like that, they do really well. But I think right now they just look like he's going to win it. Them in the Storm. So.
Yeah. I think that's the fact that they didn't go deep into the finals, as well as they didn't have to fly to England for the World Club Challenge. Yeah. So they would have had
a good break.
Yeah, a good off season. Yeah. And Blaze is looking good, bro.
Yeah, he's better.
Is looking.
Some of the hits I saw him doing, I was like, bro,
he's looking good, man. So
I thought it's funny. I was saying this a couple of weeks ago to someone, like with their player swap with Iongi. So Para, I thought, Para got like so far. Para have gotten it.
Yeah, I think
like,
we were talking about that. Well, at the time, it looked like Iongi.
Yeah,
but
I
now,
was like Iongi, like they've killed it, Para. But now, like after Blaze on the weekend, it's like, now like the gap's not so far, and so I don't know. Maybe come to the end of the year, maybe Penrith come out on top.
He looks good. Obviously you got McLean, you got Tom Jenkins.
Yeah, that bloke, man. Like,
unfortunate last year. It's kind of interesting to see Isaac Tonga, in New South Wales Cup, and there's a lot of talk about whether there's going to be a swap with Bronson Xerri. Well, I don't think Penrith need Bronson Xerri, that's for sure. Tago's not going to go. I don't think they're going to, because Tago's a left centre.
Right.
Oh, he's a right centre. Okay, maybe. But we'll see how Inari goes. Diwali goes this week. But bro, they look good. They look like they've. Well, they had a poor start last year. To even get to prelim,
to even do what they done,
how they started. So
they started good. They played in Vegas.
Yeah, they won that game.
They beat the Sharks.
Yeah, but then
easy. Then I think they lost to the.
Well, some people were
the Roosters. Yeah. So Roosters started their downfall now. They had got off to a slow start last year, and they look like they just don't want to do that again this year.
They look like they're actually on a mission.
I think they couldn't
to
even
not
replicate
start
that
poorly.
start if they tried. Like
Yeah.
to do that is just that'll never happen for them again
I
to start
know.
like that.
But they're churning out these players, man. You see all these players. They have someone like Jenkins, who was a.
He's not
probably
even on.
yeah,
He's a late inclusion every week, and he's
but
like
it was
almost first.
unfortunate to not get to be there, last year in the finals.
Yeah.
But
then Alamotti killed it, so it sort of just justified their cause. Like they made the right call.
of course. But Panthers are looking good. Sharks, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I still think Sharks will miss the 8, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They look great against the Titans. They look great against the Titans, but then really shows your hand when you play the top sides. And you know what? And Penrith and the Storm, they're really the benchmark. If you really want to see how your season's going or how your team's going, play them too, and they'll give you a fair indication of where you're at. You know what I mean? When you're on the high, your bookies' favourites after smashing a team like the Titans, and then you get brought back down to reality when you play the Panthers. Yeah. Seagulls first to Knights. This was so disappointing. Knights 36, Seagulls 16. Especially when you're captaining Tom Trbojevic, your super coach, and you just want him to score 4 tries. The Knights, man, to not only beat them, but to do it after losing Kalen Ponga and Dylan Brown.
Lost half their salary cap and 2 players and still won.
And still won.
I think they played great. Like you can't take anything from them, but I think after half time, when obviously they went out and they said Dylan Brown's not coming back, I certainly thought that Manly were going to go on with it, and then they scored like 5 minutes in, and I thought, oh, here we go. But yeah, I sort of go back to Olakau'atu. I think in the first half had like 4 or 5 touches max, and it's like I remember the last year when they played the Cowboys and like they just fed him the ball and he went like killed it, and then the very next week he dropped like the first 2 balls he got, and then his confidence like was low, sort of like put him in a shell, done nothing. So yeah, I feel like they got to get him like the ball early and get him involved early.
On the right side is Fogarty, right?
Yeah, right side. Yeah, it's Fogarty. Fogarty's with him.
yeah.
So that's Fogarty's job. Give him the ball. He's a second rower.
Yeah. I guess it's got to take time for these combinations to build. Olakau'atu has been so used, used to DCEs, the halfback he's ever played outside. But it was the fact that they didn't even look like scoring after they, you know what I mean? Like I can understand if they were struggling, and if they, you remember when Garrick made that break and his Saab went to. That just shows like how like where are they?
The other week Saab was telling them to go for 2 when they were down by 2, so he was smart then, but not so smart this week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was blaming Garrick. Like, bro, you did set Saab's the fastest bloke in your team, and he's right next to you. Like, just give him the ball, and he's literally going to run to the corner, or even kick it for him, and you literally score easy.
Yeah, it was.
Funny. It was funny to watch him just run back to his wing.
What do you? So far, what do you think of the 2 Trbojevic boys, especially Jake? Because he kind of looks like a passenger out there. Great player, man. He's got heart. No one's questioning his heart. But I think he had 3 runs all game. It just seems like he's just playing like 5'8", first receiver out there.
I don't know. He just avoids the contact. Like it
looks like it.
He doesn't tackle players how he used to, and obviously not. Like look how many head knocks he's copped.
I can understand why he's reluctant.
I'm definitely not knocking the bloke. Like,
no.
But I think that's a bigger issue. Like if you're like scared to do those tackles that you normally would do, then I think you become a liability to the team.
Yeah, of course.
And I think
more liability to yourself even.
I would retire.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even finish out the whole year. To be at the way he's playing, and Tom as well, he looks like he doesn't want to like overstride because he's worried about a hamstring.
I feel like sometimes they feed him the ball too much. Like even a couple of times on last, like they just go to him on the left when Fogarty, both the halves are on the right, and then he just overcalls it, and they give it to him. Then there's nothing on. Then he's just got to grab it and it goes dead. Like, but it doesn't even look like scoring. So I don't know. Like
I think you need to like really, you need to have him on the back of shape.
Yeah.
Use him as a decoy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When they run Kohler out the back with Tom, I think that's better, and they always go to Kohler.
Because he can, like when he scored that try and he just ran over Phoenix Crossland, like he just ask Elijah. When I watch Manly games, I get frustrated because because he makes hard things look easy, man. I've
Yeah,
never seen a player that makes hard things look easy. Like when he won the Daily M, he would score tries 5 meters out, taking a hit up a prop. How many times have you seen a prop hit that line, take that hit up? It was a tough carry, and they never score like the way he scored. He just runs it like he's playing on the sixes. But again, you don't want to overuse him, but there's ways you can utilize him. Give him good ball, clean ball. It doesn't just pass it to him and be like, hope for the best, go Tom.
I think there's no creativity as well. I think they're still like running the same shape.
Yeah.
All the time, and like 5 out of 10, he's gonna do something special. But I think if you mix it up a bit, chuck them different shape.
Yeah.
They could be like, I think maybe Luke Brooks.
I think
there's a big call on him whether they continue to play him or.
Yeah, Siebes, I know you're a big fan of the show. And I know a lot of people will say that Joey Walsh is the next one up.
Oh yeah, beast.
But I love Otani Large.
Is he the tall one?
Yeah, the tall one.
The dark?
Yeah, the dark. He's Tongan.
Yeah. He looks good too.
I like him. I think he's more of a running 5'8".
John Simon.
Whereas if you have Joey Large, if you have Joey Walsh, you got two halfbacks on the field. Whereas if you have Large, you actually have a running 5. He's only 18, but from what I saw in the trials, and if you watch his highlights, man, great player. But yeah, Sharp's back this week. Super coach, maybe one more week, see how he pulls up.
Nah.
Before his price hike next week. He's back this week. Dolphins and Titans, last game of the round. Kind of a bit of a boring game for myself. It's just a mistake-a-thon kind of.
Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown for me. I
Dolphins
thought 18
beat Titans 14.
The overs for the game was like 60 or 62 points. It was like 6 points at half time. So
it's look, at least the Titans didn't get blown out, but I don't know. Can the Dolphins make the 8 with that kind of performance?
It makes me doubt it.
You think that they would have put them to bed?
I thought they would go on to win like a lot better than they did. But I think like end of the day they still won. They actually didn't give away as many points as they normally do. So I don't know if that comes down to good attack or good defense or just bad attack. But
I mean, I had them in my top 8, but I don't know. There's a few question marks within the team,
Yeah, especially when you see when you see teams like the Knights. I don't think the Knights was in anyone's top 8.
No,
and they look well coached.
They're still not in my top 8, especially now with the injuries they got.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they. Well, how good is that? You have like Ponga and you have Dylan Brown out, but then Sharp's back in.
Yeah,
and but they look better. They looked well coached. Who looked like a instigator. An aggressor, Trey Mooney, man.
Yeah, Trey Mooney killing it for my super coach.
He's in your super coach?
Yeah, killing it.
I traded for him actually, but because he's a dual.
Front row, second row.
Yeah, and I need to get rid of Tino because he's letting me down. And
keep him.
No,
he's gonna turn good.
Not when you have players like Leka that's scoring hundreds plus, But so that was, I don't know, that wasn't very. I feel like every time there's a new coach, obviously Titans have Josh Hanna over there. You need to give that coach about at least 3 years to be able to move players on, recruit players, bring players through the juniors that they want to. Then after about the 3 to 4 year mark, once they have their squad, then you can have a clear
can judge them
assessment. Which is why Siebes and Todd Payton are probably the two coaches in the firing line.
I think Payton will go next.
Because they just don't look like scoring at all. No. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But even when they do score, like they'll score 36, but they'll let in 30. So it's
well, there's Willie Peters at the moment who's coaching Hull KR, and he's the obviously he's hot property at the moment after winning the Super League last year. So a lot of there's talks that. So whoever sacks that coach first is going to offer him and he'll most likely take that first job offer. So if like the Cowboys or Manly, make the call too late, if they pull the trigger too late, then they'll lose out on him. But I did hear that Manly they were thinking about having a succession plan with Michael Ennis. So there was a plan there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he'd make a great coach.
I heard
too,
he's the next to take over.
Yeah.
I think good coach.
So Willie Peters has been an assistant in the Manly system, so they do know him. But I think Cowboys would be the best destination because they have less politics, man. There's always dramas in the front office at Manly. Yeah, there's always dramas. So, you know, I think Cowboys would be the best fit for him if he was. I think Todd Payton's definitely. I think he's got 8 to 10 weeks to,
Poor dude.
until he goes. But yeah, exciting games this week. What's the first game of the? What's the first game?
Raiders Bulldogs, I think.
Raiders Bulldogs. Raiders home game.
Yeah, Raiders home game.
Raiders home game.
I got Canterbury. I think just with their defense.
Dogs.
Bulldogs.
I like them better. I know, like Twilight out there.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Dogs because Dogs. Jamin Salmon to score a try. Look at the camera and say we got a dog.
Yeah, so I think
Where they play?
Canberra.
In Canberra. Yeah. Big
that'd be
game
tough,
for
yeah.
sure.
Good game would be like 1 to 12, but I think Dogs get it.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how the team dynamics is after. But we'll see how the Bulldogs have had a week off, which is actually, I think it's it was. I'm pretty sure in the last 3 years, every time the teams that have gone to Las Vegas, they've all played the round after. This is the first time I think I can recall. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comment section, but this is the first time where one of the teams from Vegas came back and had a bye, which I think is like beneficial for them, advantageous for them, right?
Yeah, get over
for them to have to come back, not only recover from all the jet lag, but to also have the week off, which I'm pretty sure from what I can recall, the last couple of years they haven't had a bye. The teams come back from Vegas, have a bye. They played late in round 2, but they didn't have the bye. What's the next game?
The next game after that is
Roosters Panthers.
Oh yeah,
Roosters
those two Friday night games.
Juicy. It's a juicy game, that one.
Roosters are gonna get pumped.
Panthers at
Allianz, I think.
Allianz. Oh.
I think if Roosters kick it to Tupou, like just every time he gets a last kick it to Tupou up against Bizza, I think then I reckon they're a chance. But Penrith had led in 1 try in 160 minutes. So if they don't want to use their kicks, I think Penrith are already kind of in 5th gear, 5th gear. And Roosters are probably in 2nd gear at the moment. They build. You know, different teams have different approaches to the season. Some teams just start off in 6th gear, like Melbourne, and just don't let off. And then other teams kind of build into the season. You know,
I think Reece Robson's in this week as well.
Robson is back.
It's a big.
That's right.
He adds value to it.
Finally, get rid of Benaya, bro. Finally.
What do you mean? You don't like him? He's pretty crafty. He's got a pretty decent kicking game.
No, anyways, at least we can agree. Robson.
I picked Penrith.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Robson.
No, I reckon Roosters got it if they just use those kicks.
I was going up to Gold Coast to preach one Magic Round.
You did.
Did I just say that?
You saw manager.
Sam Ayub was there talking to Trent Robinson in the lounge in the Virgin Lounge because there was Magic Round. So all the players, all the teams were going up to Brisbane, and I saw Sam Ayub talking to. And I know, I'm pretty sure Nick Politis is not a fan of Sam Ayub just because of the way
his dealings.
The way some player managers, they hold clubs to ransom. So he doesn't like signing too many players from Ultra Sports Management. And but I saw Sam Ayub talking to Trent. And I was like, I started looking through like who's, and he had Robson and he had Ruben Cotter.
I remember you
saying. I actually thought it was Ruben Cotter that they were gonna go after, but then not long after that they ended up signing Robson. So it was interesting to see those because I'm pretty confident that that's what they were talking about.
I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah, because Sam Ayub wouldn't be talking to Trent Robinson unless it had something, especially with Nick Politis not liking him. But Yeah. So I got Penrith. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got Penrith too.
I got the visitors.
No.
Yeah, visiting.
I got the
Roosters going to get it done. We're getting it done
I got
this week.
Penrith.
And predictions: Melbourne Broncos.
Melbourne Broncos in Melbourne.
Broncos.
In Melbourne. Amy Park.
I'm going
Amy Park.
Broncos.
Melbourne easy. Like,
Melbourne
I think
yeah.
the game could be close in score, but I don't think it'll
I think
be.
it's
I mean,
I
this,
think
I
it's gonna
think
be a
I think this
blowout.
will be a good tester to see where Melbourne's really at, only because of the forward pack.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they struggle with the forward pack, but
You think Melbourne are struggling?
no, like I don't think their forwards are as strong.
Oh.
Well, because they haven't played anyone really.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
I tell
Like,
you what, though, Atui Kamanu. Am I saying that right?
Huh?
Stefano,
Yeah.
Utoi
he's been killing it, bro.
Kamanu.
Utoi
Yeah.
Kamanu.
Atui Kamanu. Yeah, why did I just have a brain?
Trying to say Tui Kamekame da. That's
Yeah.
why.
I'm combining the two plays, having a hybrid. Yeah, he's playing good, man.
Yeah, he's playing really
great.
good.
He's playing great.
Even the back rower, Ativalu, Lisasa,
Yes.
he's been
Yeah,
killing it, man.
Killing it.
Yeah,
But I feel
and,
like they've all been killing it.
good
the
price.
opening
Nah,
round.
not really.
prediction.
Who
Not
hasn't?
all of them, not all of them, just some of them.
But you know what? I think I feel like the Broncos need to make the call and start Black Moser over Corey Pakes.
Yeah, I like that guy. Big fan.
I don't know why they just like.
I feel like Corey Pakes does nothing. Like great tackler, but all he does is pick the ball up and throw it right.
He was trying to be too tricky from dummy half, like where you jump out, and you pass across the ruck to the. But then sometimes he was doing it, and the player, the forward on the other side, wasn't expecting, didn't realize he was going to do it, and sorry, got the Storm on that one.
Yeah, Storm easy.
Wise Knights.
Wise Knights in Newcastle.
13 plus.
You have to say Knights Wise.
Knights
to say
Wise.
in
Knights
order.
at Wise. Wise at
What a
Knights.
night.
Wise.
Yeah, I think Wise get it done easy.
Yeah.
I know Sharp's in, but to lose Brown and
Yeah,
and figure
I would
out-
say it would have been 50-50 if they still had Brown and Ponga. But without them, I would go. But like you were saying before, this would be a good indication of where the Wires are.
Yeah.
I don't think this will be like.
No, I mean just to see how they
it's
are
an
away
away
from
game,
home.
but yeah, to play the underdone night side.
It'll be interesting if it's a dry track as well, because the last two games
Yeah,
have
been wet.
It's been wet, and they they control the ball really well for those conditions. But
Yeah.
have the Wires as well.
I pick
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah, kind of have a soft spot for the Wires, because
Yeah, everyone does.
yeah.
Because they haven't won anything, but
No, but they, I said it last time. They sacrificed a lot during COVID, to move away from home, and they got great team, great culture over there. What's the next game?
Sharks versus Dolphins.
Sharks and Dolphins. Ooh.
Close game, eh?
where's that game at?
Oh, Shark Park.
I got the Sharks. Not a blowout.
Yeah, I think at home they just. Nico Hines seems to play really well at home, but I'm going with the Dolphins.
Well,
I think
You're
I don't know.
sticking to your top 8 claim, mate.
No, I don't know.
You said Dolphins?
Yeah,
No,
I
you
got
said-
Dolphins to win this week.
Okay.
I'll go Sharks.
I'll go Sharks. Next
then
game.
we got Para St George.
Paris St George at Combank.
Yeah, Para. I'll definitely lean
I'd
towards
have
Para.
to.
I have Para.
know.
Moses' kicking game just takes him a long way. So I'll take Para over them.
I'll have to go Para. I think that's a 50-50 as well, but I think I'll go
Yeah,
Para.
50-50, but I like Iongi at the moment. at
Well,
the
I
back.
still can't. Like, they did get pumped in the first round, so they played good last week, but they did
But
get
against the
pumped.
Storm in round one,
Defensively-
that's you surely like you're already going in knowing these guys haven't.
But they
lost.
have conceded 12 80 plus points in the last two, and I thought Dragons were in it until Gutho got injured.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, we'll see how they go.
Guffey doesn't get injured, they would have won.
Yeah. Ooh. Still.
sticking to that top 8, huh?
Then we got Battle of the Bottom.
Cowboys.
Knights. I mean Cowboys Titans. Sorry.
Cowboys Titans.
I think Cowboys 13 plus. I think they just
I
put a
think
number
Cowboys.
on the
I'll give it to the
Titans.
Cowboys. I tell you what.
Especially
I
at
think
home.
I pick Titans.
No, at home, like the Cowboys, hard to beat.
If Cowboys lose, definitely the noise is going to get louder about Payton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I
He has
pick-
to win this.
I pick Titans only because they know how to defend.
Better attack.
Like
better
they only
defense.
conceded 14 points.
That's a good point.
Or
that's a
what,
good
20? I think. What was the final score that last game? I think it was
against
Dolphins.
Typhon.
But then what was
Titans.
this? What
18,
was?
18,
Only conceded 4 points. It was 18-14.
18.
What, last
14.
week?
No,
Last week.
they conceded 14. They lost by 4 points.
They lost by 4
conceded
points.
four. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Conceded
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then what was the
But
score
then
the week before
they got
that?
pumped against Sharks.
Yeah, that's the Sharks.
Yeah,
50
short
something.
memory, eh?
Yeah.
Next game?
Different teams.
That's it.
Is that the last game?
That's the last game.
All right. That's our bold predictions. I think for the most part, we picked
I
the
feel like I'm
favourites,
going 8
except
for 8,
others.
easy.
Put the C
Okay.
on Makasini.
Alright.
Yeah, Supercoach. If you
Trades
want,
this week?
Yeah,
Like
actually.
make trades?
Yeah, I made a couple trades, eh?
I make trades on the run.
Alright, let's just go around with everyone's captaincy options for this week.
My Smoky probably won't be mine, but if I get desperate, I'll leave it for Purdue because I think they'll put a number on the Titans and they love that left side and he just plays different in the centres. So I think Purdue. If you want it all or nothing, Purdue. If you want someone reliable, I'll probably take Nico Hines.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be picking Haas because they're playing the Storm. I don't know who I would.
But I feel like you got a captain late. Like I hate.
Actually, I
captaining
might fire longer. Captain fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they. I actually think it's going to be a blowout against.
Really?
Yeah, against Brisbane. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon Brisbane's going to blow them up.
No, it's
Out
the
the park.
Storm.
Amy.
Anyway, clip that.
Nathan Cleary. That'll be my captain.
Probably fire longer.
Yeah, mine's Purdue. Purdue this week.
All right, boys, man. Well, thanks. How long have we gone for?
An hour and 26 minutes.
I know 26 minutes, but I appreciate you guys jumping on the pods. We'll be back next week. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode, and until next time, be blessed.
Ciao.